Hi there, welcome back. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. I'm Catherine up here in sunny Canada, where the weatherman or woman or person has declared that we are due to have sunshine for the next 5 days. And let's hope the weatherman's right this time. We deserve 5 days of sunshine after the January we had. So I'm really hoping. Going to do a little bit more work on Miss Florence here. We're going to do some work on her back page. And I'm just going to pull up my sleeves here. They get a little bulky down where I'm working. Now, where did her... There. I want to put her negative on the back side, and almost as if someone found the negative later. Like, I don't know about you, but when I was going through my parents' things, I just found envelopes and envelopes and envelopes from drugstores of strips of negatives. And I'm wondering if maybe someone had found Florence's negative for this photo and decided to keep it. Maybe they're like us and they think a negative is kind of cool, because I do. And I bet you do too. So, or maybe Florence found it and thought, wow, that's me. That's cool. And she's the one who decided she wanted to keep her negative. So, but I want it to not be as neat and tidy as how neat and tidy the front of her book looks. So I've got out my gardener's kneeling pad here. And we're going to do a little bit of work here to do my best just to make her approximately what she is on this side. So as I mentioned in the previous video, it's not going to be evident if they are not precisely the same, because the book will have a text block inside it, and it's not going to be flat like this once it's all together as a book. I have already measured out so that these brads that are slightly askew, but I did that on purpose because they're actually in this photo. If you missed the previous episode, there were little brass clips holding this photo onto some wood, and they were not even. So I put the brads where they were. It would have looked off if I had made the brads even. It would have shown something peeking out from underneath. So I'm going to do the same with this. So I have actually already measured. You probably can't see, although I'll come down a little bit. And we're going to do, I just want to get the holes in place now. I just want to hold that. Make sure I'm using this line as my guideline so that I can sort of eyeball that it's even. Come on, you, and you go. Thank you. Give it a little wiggle so it comes out a little easier. There we go. Now I'm not going to glue this down yet. I want to do a bit of work. First of all, I need to get rid of those bumps. And then I also need to get rid of the bumps on this side. So the gardening pad can go back. Every once in a while my husband was borrowing my gardening pad. Oh, let's come back up a bit. And so I believe it was Father's Day last year. I got him his own kneeling pad, his own gardening kneeling pad. And he can never find where he put it and ends up still coming back up here and borrowing mine because he knows I'm one of those people that although it may look chaotic in here, for the most part, I know where everything is. I'm one of those people, a place for everything and everything in its place. And so although I do misplace things from time to time, like when I find them in an atlas later, but it's very rare. I usually have a spot for things, and I think I'm going to push this down. This time I'm going to push it down and just let the brad, because it's not that thick the way a cover is thick. Now for this one, I actually need my kneeling pad again because as I said, I want it to look a little funky. I want to use this wire. So what I'm going to do is I have some tiny eyelets, and I want to put some tiny eyelets in the corners and then use some wire and maybe make it messy and wrap some wire in and around, and we'll see. So that's why I thought I'm going to bring you along. I'm going to eyeball approximately where, oh, I want to punch those. Well, I guess we will. I'll cut them first and then punch them. I'll cut them. I'll poke them first and then we'll punch them. So, I know this probably isn't making sense, but if I'm going to put eyelets in, I need them. I need to use my crocodile. It's so strange now. February. It's actually my little boy's birthday today. February, actually, big boy. He came out at 11 pounds, 8.5 ounces. I grew my boys big for some reason, and one of my girls was big. She was no slouch. She was 9'9". She came out real easy. And my twins, they were no slouch, 6'10.5" and 6'9.5". So they were. I build big babies, and I don't even have gestational diabetes. So for some reason, I just build them big. Anyhow, February tends to be some, not all, of my favorite boys. Oh, whew. For a second, I thought I did the big hole. Some of my favorite boys. I've got lots of favorite boys, but February has a lot of them in it. Because it's got both of my sons. They were actually both due on the same day. 7 years apart, but they were both due on January 21st and decided to arrive. One arrived on February 3rd and one arrived on February 6th. But I went into labor on February 3rd with the second one. And I said to the first one, I said, "How wow, exciting. Maybe you'll have, we didn't know what we were having. By then you could actually find out, and we didn't want to know. We didn't know with the others, and we didn't want to know. I like the surprise. And it didn't matter to us, so it's kind of nice to just open your present when it arrives. For us. Anyhow. Oh, you are out. Okay. And I said, isn't it exciting? I said, maybe you get to share a birthday like your sisters do, because I have twins. And also at the same time, my dad and I have the same birthday. And he very adamantly, 7 years old, he said, no, I don't want to share my birthday. I want my own birthday. He was quite adamant about that. And I honestly think, like, this was baby number 5 for me. So when I said, oh, I think this is it, we knew we had to get going. I was hoping for a home birth, and I had gone way past my due date. They limit you on how long you can, how many weeks you can go past your due date before you can't have a home birth anymore. And so we made all our phone calls and headed in, and I expected to sneeze this baby out the way I sneezed his sister out. And on the way there, I said, you know what? I think my contractions have stopped. So we went to Swiss Chalet and had dinner and came home. And then he waited 3 more days to arrive, the next one. And he decided that he wasn't going to let his brother win the battle of the weight. And he arrived at 12 pounds 3 ounces. And at the time, I don't know whether it's still so, I doubt it, he held the record for the biggest baby ever born at that hospital. Pretty funny. I had to have a cesarean section, and I woke up and there were these 2 elderly ladies looking at him because he was in his little bassinet asleep beside me. And you know, the little clear buckets they keep them in. And I think I want to do this the other way. And I said, oh, can I help you? I was in quite a bit of pain. And she said, no. They said, oh, no, we didn't mean to wake you. We just came down to see him. We heard all about him. He broke the record. Biggest baby ever born at the hospital. And I said, oh my, do I get anything for that? You know, box of free diapers or anything? And they said, no, but we just wanted to have a look and see what a 12 pound 3 ounce baby looks like. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what he looked like. He looked like a Shar-Pei dog. His face was fat. Everything about him was fat. He was so cute. So I'm just doing a mishmash of wires as if she, the owner, maybe just was, I just want this to sort of be kind of super grungy. I can always change my mind and just put it on with just the with just the little eyelets there, because they look rather nice as they are, but you know me. Let's do a little I want to be able to bring it up through that hole. So if I go through there, then I could come back up through the hole. And then go down here to here. I'm just winging this and crossing my fingers that it looks as cool as I'm hoping it will look. And if I have to, I can add more wire on the back and hide it that I've had to lengthen. I've got a little kink in the wire there, and I don't mind that if that shows, but I got to get it underneath there. There. So then, who else? Oh, another big boy arrived. My grandson arrived in February. My brother arrived in February. My husband arrived in February. Kirby arrived in February. Our little Kirby's birthdays. She's a February baby. So it's a busy month. Yeah, like this. Let's go through here. And let's go up here. You know what? I want a longer... Oh, it's just a hole from the... I'm going to... More wire. Now, I was just talking about everything in its place and a place for everything, and I'm looking around, and do you think I can see my wire? Hold on. Yay, it was in its place. I'm not kidding you. Would I kid a kid? All right. So, I wonder if I could do it this way. Again, I don't care if how messy it looks. I'm going for messy here. Okay, so through that hole. You through the hole. And you as well. Through the hole. Yeah, that looks good. I like that you can see some of the wire kind of sticking out. And now hopefully what we can do is, I'm sure there's some of you right now looking at this going, oh my goodness, what did you put in your tea this morning? But I like it. It's going to get kind of mucked up, but that's okay. There we go. All right. There. So let me bring it down a bit and I'll show you what I did. So I've added wires and it's kind of mucky, a little off to the side. I like that. I don't want any balance or rhyme or reason to things. I want it to look like someone who didn't know what they were doing, and I really didn't. Attached this negative to the back. All right, now how are we for time? We're good. All right, so actually I'm going to move this out of the way while I put the glue on here so that I don't dribble any glue. On here, and I sure did those holes the wrong way, didn't I? We're going to have to do some little finagling. Don't want that squeezing out the corners. There's some blobs in the corner, and I don't want it squeezing out when I push this down. Now I'm going to have to do something because I went and poked those holes in before I glued this down. So I'm going to have to, with wet glue, find the holes. and get this done quickly before that glue begins to dry. Plus, what I'm doing is I'm putting the wire between the wings of the brad. So I gotta move quick. There we go. All right, move you. And now we need to put you through there. Come on. Boy, I didn't do this right. I should have glued her down first, but we can do this. We are capable women and men and people. Give it a good push. Oh, phew. It says back and the arrow's going up. Catherine, you got this one right. Unlike experiment number 3 that is upside down. I love this part. Look at that mess. And when it's done, it's going to look like it always was. There we go. Like it always was, the way, like when I get finished putting in the text block and putting in the end pages and that. I love how it transforms. All right, let's turn this. Oh, wait. Wings. Spread those wings. So even my little grandson who arrived in February, he missed his great-uncle's birthday by 1 day. He was a bruiser too, my goodness. And my daughter, tiny little thing, she pushed that big boy out all on her own steam. Oh my goodness. Wowie. And it was so hot and busy in that hospital. It was the student midwife and me. And the dad, because the dad's a paramedic. So she did just wonderfully getting that big boy out. There. Oh, I love that. All right, can you see that? That's what I wanted. Something that looked really kind of metal and mucky, and let's move that over a bit, and I'm going to turn that up a bit. Now the wire might scratch this a bit. I'm okay with that. I don't want this looking too perfect. That's really nice and just given those corners, because of the eyelets, they're lifted a little, which makes me extra glad for these brads here, giving it a little extra oomph. Yeah, that turned out fabulous. Very excited. Florence, you're gorgeous, girl. Now, I'm going to, I can still see a little shadow. I've already tried, I used this, oh, see, here's my brain's going faster than my tongue can get the words out. I used dryer to get the price tag off of here. But there's still remnants of the glue. I used a bit of Goo Gone to try and get the rest of it off. It didn't want to completely lift. and I can still see in certain lights some areas where that darn price tag was. This is the store where I pleaded with them, please don't put the price tag right on the cover of these old books. Please, you're ruining the books. You're asking more money for them and you're ruining them. Anyhow, so where was I going? So I think I may do a collage of some Tim Holtzy type stickers, and I'll put one of them here and a couple here to give a balance that will be sort of a grungy mirror image of how nice and neat and tidy this side looks, and this side's a little bit grungy. All right, there we go. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever time of day it is you're watching this. And if you are still here, I hope you'll click on the like button for me. Give me a thumbs up. That'd be great. And also subscribe. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. And hopefully you learn something when I pop in here and there for 30 minutes and get to work on whatever book it is I'm doing. Rather than tutorials, I just bring you along doing whatever it is that's on my desk for 30 minutes that day. So that's really the basis for how my channel works. Everyone's different. And I do appreciate you still being here. It means the world to me. So take care. I hope you're happy and healthy and safe wherever you are. And same with your family and friends during these turbulent times we're going through right now. We just think about those words from the songwriter and singer Jewel when she said, in the end, only kindness matters. That's my motto some days, is only kindness matters. All right. Have a great day. Bye.